WFYI podcasts are brought to you by Indie Softwater, performing service and repairs on over 30 brands of water systems, plus iron and well filtration systems for residential and commercial properties. Includes water tests conducted on-site, providing real-time information about the water quality. The softest, cleanest water begins with Indie Softwater. More at indiesoftwater.com.
WFYI podcasts are brought to you by Visit Bloomington, Indiana, where Hoagie Carmichael, Booker T. Jones, and John Mellencamp impacted the city and helped it become a music destination. Bloomington is home to a variety of musical artists, live music venues, and hundreds of annual music events. More information at musicbloomington.com. This is Small Studio Signal Boost from WFYI. I'm Melissa Davis, your host tonight, along with co-host Adam Cross. Coming up, Blues House Party host Matthew Sosi stops by to share some vintage tracks from Indiana native Kellee Patterson's album, Maiden, Voyage. We'll take a deep dive into this month's local frequency selections. Stay tuned for songs from Caldwell Tester, Be the Band, and Isolation Drills. That's an hour of new music from Indiana-based artists here on Small Studio Signal Boost. First, let's listen to a song from Small Studio alums Wife Patrol. The band will have a new album out early next month, and this is the second single from that upcoming album. Let's listen to Ruthless from Wife Patrol on Small Studio Signal Boost.
There's a place where the ideal's real. Can't see, touch, taste, smell, hear. But like a wound, it knows how to heal. I know it, you know it. There's a thread that passes through every hero and villain, it's true. Same thread passing right through you. You know it, I know
it. That was Ruthless from indie-based Small Studio alums Wife Patrol. And that's the second single from the band's upcoming album, No Place, which will be out May 2nd. We'll keep you updated. Stay tuned. This is Small Studio Signal Boost from WFYI. I'm Melissa Davis with Adam Gross. Coming up, we'll hear this month's local frequency tracks. But first, Adam, what's happening in the world of Indiana music?
I've got two singles that were recently released. Up first, I have Cabin Fever from Jeb Banner, and this one is perfect for this season right now because, boy, do I have cabin fever.
Aww.
I mean, it's sunny some days and then rainy others, but when it's sunny, it's still really not warm enough to do much. There's a lot of tension in the weather.
We're almost there.
Almost there.
Yeah.
So we'll hear Cabin Fever by Jeb Banner, and then we'll hear the new single Hotel Heart by Gypsy Moonshine.
In the season of cabin fever, I lost my will to live. But don't worry, pretty baby, he'll come back again. He'll come back again. When I can't sleep and I can't bother to leave my couch open.
That's indie-based Gypsy Moonshine with Hotel Heart. Well, Adam, I'm going to keep the nice guitar and Americana vibes going with Central Indiana-based singer-songwriter and Small Studio alum Jamie Nicole and her latest single, Where I Want You.
And it might take some time to figure out how we got to this place where I want you, where I want
You're tuned to Small Studio Signal Boost. You can check out the music featured tonight on our Spotify playlist by searching WFYI Music. Blues House Party host Matthew Sosi has another vintage Indiana-connected track for us this week.
You're listening to Small Studio Signal Boost. I'm Matthew Sosi. Singer Kellee Patterson was born and raised in Gary, Indiana. As a child, she participated in numerous talent shows before turning into a professional singer at age 16. In 1971, she became the first African-American girl crowned Miss Indiana and competed in the Miss America pageant, where she received a special judge's award for her singing ability. She recorded 4 albums in the 1970s: Maiden, Voyage, Kellee, check out her version of the Dolly Parton classic Jolene on that album, Turn on the Lights, Be Happy, and All the Things You Are. Maiden Voyage was released by Gene Russell's Black Jazz record label. The other 3 albums were released by Shady Brook Records. We're going to hear the title track, which is a cover of a Herbie Hancock song. Now, Herbie Hancock recorded Maiden Voyage as an instrumental. There are lyrics to this, and they are credited to J. Harvey. And that's all the information we could find on J. Harvey, not to be confused with Indianapolis's own J. Harvey. Anyway, here's Kellee Patterson and Maiden Voyage.
Tide is high. Time for your debut. Hear my song. Please let's sail away.
From 1973, that's Gary, Indiana's own Kellee Patterson, and the title track to her first album, Maiden Voyage, put out by the Black Jazz record label. For Small Studio Signal Boost, I'm Matthew Sosi.
Thanks, Matt, for coming on and sharing that story. Melissa, I had never heard Kellee Patterson before. Had you?
No, haven't.
I really fell in love with this album when Matt showed it to me. I'm a sucker for the flute, and this record's full of sweet flute goodness. And also, Matt is a physical media person, which I want everyone to know. It really defines him as a person, I think.
Yes.
And I love it. So when he shows you music, he generally puts an actual CD on your desk with a little Post-it note. And he did that with this one, and it was really nice to read through all the liner notes and look at all the photos and the booklet of this re-release. So I want to play 2 more tracks from Kellee Patterson's Maiden Voyage. Up first, I have Magic Wand of Love, which is probably about as relevant today as it was when it was released in 1973, followed by See You Later.
Love will surely save us all in time. Love's a magic power that will save this world in time. I know and I say, I wish that I could find myself a magic wand so that I can picture this, my dear, for the end is almost near, but I'll see you later. Try and understand why I didn't go before. How could I know what was in my
That was Kellee Patterson with See You Later. Coming up, we'll take a deep dive into this month's local frequency tracks. We'll be right back with that after the break on Small Studio Signal Boost. WFYI podcasts are brought to you by Visit Bloomington, Indiana, where Hoagie Carmichael, Booker T. Jones, and John Mellencamp impacted the city and helped it become a music destination. Bloomington is home to a variety of musical artists, live music venues, and hundreds of annual music events. More information at musicbloomington.com. This is Small Studio Signal Boost. Thanks for listening tonight. You can find the music featured by following our playlists. Just search for WFYI Music on Spotify. And you can find the podcast edition of the show wherever you get your podcasts or at our website, wfyi.org/podcasts. I'm Melissa Davis here with Adam Gross. And Adam, this is one of my favorite segments that we do regularly.
Yay!
Yay! It's local frequency time.
Yeah, it's local frequency time. So each month we pick 3 tracks to play during the breaks on WFYI and WBAA throughout the day on both stations. And this month I have tracks from across the state. Well, I have one from Goshen and 2 from Indianapolis. So I'll start with one that I heard from you, Melissa. It's Isolation Drills.
Yay!
Yeah, so you played this on the show, I think a few weeks ago. The track is called April, so I feel like it's very appropriate to be
Completely
on this month. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is April from Isolation Drills from their new album, Year 2. That was April from Isolation Drills here on Small Studio Signal Boost. I have another one from Indianapolis group. This is a duo, Caldwell Tester, which is Mark Tester and Landon Caldwell. They're both artists in their own right and have been in several bands in Indianapolis and in California. This one's from their new album, Homes. It's Caldwell Tester with a Catalog of Seeds. That was Caldwell Tester with a Catalog of Seeds. You're tuned to Small Studio Signal Boost, and we're listening to this month's local frequency tracks. Last but not least, I have one from Goshen band, Be the Band. This is a long title. It's Be O'Clock, Prelude in Black and Yellow. It's the first track from their new album, Welcome to the Hive. That was Goshen's Be the Band with It's Be O'Clock, Prelude in Black and Yellow. And those are this month's local frequency tracks. Make sure you listen in to hear them throughout the day on both WFYI and WBAA in the program breaks. You're tuned to Small Studio Signal Boost. I'm Adam Gross here with Melissa Davis. Melissa, what's happening in the world of live music?
Yeah, we have a show with 2 small studio alums on the horizon. Singer-songwriter Kara Cole will be there with her entire band, and special guest Jesse Phelps from Moxie, and an artist that we'll hear on Small Studio Signal Boost in the near future. Yeah, they're going to play a show at Duke's on Friday, May 9th. That again, Friday, May 9th at Duke's. Kara Cole, her entire band, and special guest Jesse Phelps.
Awesome. I have one coming up at Healer on Friday, April 18th. It's a newer band, Analog Radio, which features a lot of members from a lot of bands, kind of a super group of sorts, and they'll be joined by Highland Tiger. It's their album release show, and Nicholson File. That's Friday, April 18th at Healer. And the Levitt Vibe Indianapolis Music Series is back. They have one show every month from April through October. This series will feature bands like Wife Patrol, Sweet Poison Victim, who are both now Small Studio Sessions alums, Heaven Honey, Bonnie Prince Billy is playing one of these shows. They're free second Sundays of each month from April through November, except for May, which is on the 18th of the month from noon to 3, and they're family friendly and take place at the Tube Factory campus in the Garfield Park neighborhood. Always looking for things to do Sunday afternoons, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have to say, in my collection of loved band names, Analog Radio is going to be right there.
Oh, it's a good one. I mean, that hits to the heart, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's the latest in Indiana music. Be sure to follow your favorite artist on social media for updates and info. This is Small Studio Signal Boost. Adam Gross and Roxana Caldwell created our show. This episode was produced by Adam Gross and me, Melissa Davis. You can check out the podcast edition of the show wherever you get your podcasts or at WFYI.org. And if you'd like to submit your music to get played on the show, just visit WFYI.org/local-frequency. And we are at our last song of the night. Adam, what do you have?
This is Indianapolis group Immediate Orchestra with Song 1 from their album Volume 1. Have a great night.
WFYI podcasts are brought to you by Visit Bloomington, Indiana, where Hoagie Carmichael, Booker T. Jones, and John Mellencamp impacted the city and helped it become a music destination. Bloomington is home to a variety of musical artists, live music venues, and hundreds of annual music events. More information at musicbloomington.com.